everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm sharing 4 DIY Target Dollar Spot Valentine's Day projects that you can make with your Cricut machine. I also have a Dollar Tree DIY Valentine's Day video coming out hopefully very soon, since Valentine's Day will be here before we know it. But I hope you enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and let me know if you've made any decor for Valentine's Day this year. I'm going to go over to my uploads. I've already downloaded this from my computer. Then I'm going to select the XOXO Love. This is a Patreon image. I always have a link down below in the description box if you want to check that out, but you can sign up to be part of my Patreon account and receive hand-drawn images. We are up to over 50 images now, and the great thing about these is you can use these personally or commercially. So if you want to sell your items, you can use these SVGs for that. To be able to work with this, I need to ungroup this. You can see there's different layers. What I want to do is move Love a little bit closer. I want it to be overlapping the XOXO. Then I'm going to change Love to a pink color, since I'll be using pink vinyl. And for XOXO, I'm going to be using a holographic vinyl, but it's kind of like a bluish color. So I'm going to just drag over all of these. You can see in the layers panel, it selects all of those. Then I'm just going to change this to a blue color, so it'll put that on a different mat. Then I'm just going to bring this over. I'm going to right click and send it to the front. And I will just line this up how I like this. I like how that looks. The next step is to highlight over all of this and size it. I'm going to make it 6.5 inches for the width. Love is already one layer, but for the XOXO, I need to attach this. So I'm going to go over here and click on Attach. Then I'll click on Make It. You can see by attaching it, it'll show up exactly how it is in Cricut Design Space. This is going to be adhesive vinyl, so we don't need to mirror it at all. Then I'll click on Continue. I'll choose Vinyl. Then the machine will cut out the pink vinyl first, then it'll go to the blue vinyl, and I will use my fine point blade. I'm using Oracal 651 for my pink vinyl. When using adhesive vinyl, this is what I like to use the majority of the time. Here I'm using holographic vinyl. I really like to buy my holographic vinyl from Tech Wrap on Amazon. This vinyl is permanent vinyl, so it works great on mugs and tumblers. I'll leave a link below if you are interested. I weed out my vinyl. I forgot to change my settings to holographic vinyl in Cricut, so I had a harder time weeding it out. It took me longer than usual, so that's why I didn't show the whole process, but normally this vinyl weeds out really easily. I applied transfer tape to the decal. Then I clean off the kickstand with rubbing alcohol and apply the first decal. I use the same transfer sheet to the Love decal and apply that as well. Here's how it looks. Next, I'll just grab another image from Uploads. This one is also a Patreon image. I'm going to make this smaller. First, I'm just going to change this to pink. Then I want to move the B a little bit closer to be mine, so I'm going to go up to ungroup again. Then I'm just going to highlight over all of these again. Mine is a little too close to highlight all of these, so I'm going to drag it down, but the eye is separate from mine, so I'm actually going to select both of those and just click on group. Then I'll drag it down. Now I'm just going to select over all of this. Then I'll move it a little bit closer, and then I'll just move mine up. I like how that looks a little bit better. Now what I want to do is just select over all of this, then click attach. I'm going to go up to my other image, then I'll just hide that so it doesn't show up on my mat because I already cut those out. Now I'm just going to size this. I'll select on the image, then I'll go up to width. I want to do 3.5 inches. Now I'll click on make it. This is also adhesive vinyl, so I won't click on mirror. Then I'll go to continue. I'm going to select vinyl, and I changed out my blade, but for some reason it's not cutting through as much as I want to, so I am going to go over to the default for pressure and do more. I'm using the same vinyl for the vase. I weed that out. I love using this nail polish holder when weeding. I bought this off Amazon, and I have a link for that in my description box. I had a hard time weeding out those little dashes, but I was still able to make it work. Next, I apply transfer paper to the decal. I always like to turn the decal around and scrape the back, then pull the backing away. If the vinyl isn't sticking to the transfer tape, I just scrape it down again until it picks up. Then I clean the vase and apply the decal to the vase. Now I'm going to hide Be Mine. For the next project, I'm just cutting out a rectangle out of cardstock. I'm going to go to Shapes, then select a square. The dimensions is 5.38 by 7.38. I'm going to unlock this and change it to that. Now I'm going to click on Make It. I'll go to Continue. Next, I'll choose Light Cardstock. Cricut cuts out the cardstock. I like to use my blue mat to easily remove the paper from the mat. I bought this picture from the Dollar Tree. The quality is not great, but it still worked. I Mod Podged the cardstock to the backing of the frame. It had some bubbles in it, so I used my Cricut scraper to flatten that out some. This bag was $3 from the Target dollar spot and has wood pieces inside. It could also be cute to add iron-on vinyl to the bag. I spelled out I love you with the wood pieces and hot glued it down. I'm going to click on Uploads again and grab 2 more Patreon images. I'm going to do this bear and the kisses for sale. I'll insert those into Cricut Design Space. These I'm going to make 3.5 inches wide for both of them. I'm going to be putting it on the opening of the mailbox. The kisses for sale, I'm going to make it red, so I'm going to go up to my colors and change it to a red color. For the bear, I'm going to make it pink. For the bear, I'm going to take the part with the cheeks out, so I'm just going to go over to the layers panel, then I will just hide both of those. Now I'm going to highlight the bear, I'm going to attach it, and I'll highlight over this one and I'll click attach as well. I'm going to move these to the side, and now I'm going to choose a font. Then I'll go over to font and I'm going to do I Love Glitter. I downloaded this from dafont.com. And I'm going to type in my kids' names. First I'll do Joshua. I want to move the letters closer together, so I am going to select on the name and choose Ungroup. Now I'm just going to highlight over this. I'm going to weld it together. When you're doing script font, you want to weld it together instead of attach. You can see the U's kind of in a weird spot. I think I'm going to click undo up here, and I'm just going to move the A over just a little bit. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to weld it together. Then I'm going to make this red. And I want to make it 3.5 inches for the width. Now I'll basically do the same thing for Quinn. I'm going to ungroup it and move the letters together. Now I'm going to highlight over all of it, weld it together. Then I'm going to change this to pink, and I'm going to make it 3.5 inches as well. I'm ready to click on Make It. I'll select Continue, and I will choose Vinyl. Once again, I'm using Oracal 6x1 for my adhesive vinyl, and I weed out my design. These 10 mailboxes were $1 at the Target dollar spot. I meant to make the width 2.5 inches instead of 3.5 inches for the front of the mailboxes, so it was too big. I didn't want to waste that vinyl, so I decided to put the designs on the side of the mailbox, and I recut out the names instead, and I ended up really liking how it turned out. I think these turned out so cute, and I know my kids will have so much fun playing with these. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite project was, and keep a lookout for a Dollar Tree Valentine's Day DIY video coming hopefully very soon. And don't forget to check out my Patreon account in the link below, and I hope you guys have a great day.